So when exactly is the DLCs for Grand Theft Auto 5 going to end? It's a big question on everybody's mind, as we have already confirmed that we know that we're getting a summer DLC, which is the Money Front's business, but what's to come after that, knowing that we have at least a winter DLC before the official release date of May 26th of 2026 of Grand Theft Auto 6. There's a lot of sixes in there, people. It's a little bit speculated that it's a little bit evil of a game because of there's the 3 6s that I just said there. It's kind of weird if you think about it. I don't know. But anyways, beyond that, we're going to be looking at how many DLCs exactly are going to be left in Grand Theft Auto 5. So will DLCs actually be ending for Grand Theft Auto 5 Online at some point? Yes! They're going to end. They're going to stop doing DLCs at some point here, but the big question is, when exactly is that going to be? Well, once again, that's a very great question because we're going to try to answer that the best of my ability here in this video, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more content. So, something Rockstar has actually confirmed in previous Newswire updates and just inquiries of letting us, the community, know exactly what's going on in Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, they have acknowledged us that with the fact that this game is so old. They're running on a game engine that's literally at this point almost 12 years old, and by the time Grand Theft Auto 6 gets here, the game engine itself, well, the game is gonna be 13 years old. Now, the problem with that, ladies and gentlemen, is the technical difficulties that they're running into, because this game was made on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 way back in 2013, and I don't even think Rockstar had the initial idea that this game would go on for a continuous 13 years of non-stop updates, like every 6 months, and in the beginning, it was updates every 90 days. And when we did get our updates back in the day, we got all of the information, we got all the content in one go. There was no drip feed back in the day. Drip feed is actually a little bit more new, but not too new at this point, because we've been dealing with DLCs for a very long time now because of the game is so old. So if you've noticed, through the years, if you've played this game as long as I have, they actually have taken things out of the game due to technical difficulties like old vehicles and even playlists and jobs themselves. Now, the reason for this is because they're just going to be cycled probably later on because the game cannot handle all of the information that Rockstar is trying to feed into it. So the more stuff that we end up getting, potentially what's going to be happening here is the more things that we'll see like cycled around. So I don't really know exactly how many more DLCs, but here's some mathematics about it, okay? So let's break this down for you. So right now we're only a couple days away from our summer DLC, June 17th, which is going to be our Money Fronts DLC. We know that we're getting that. That's confirmed by Rockstar. But what else is going to be happening after that? Well, we're going to get a 4th of July update. We know that because that's usually something that happens every year, and I'm assuming that a lot of the holiday stuff, they're just going to be rinsing and recycling throughout the years after Grand Theft Auto 6 ends up dropping, because there's already proof right now that it looks like a lot of all of their resources have shifted over to Grand Theft Auto 6. The new focus is going to be the development of that game and the online experience of that game, along with DLCs. I'm sure that they plan on keeping Grand Theft Auto 6 alive for a very long time as we continuously sit here and probably wait for the next Grand Theft Auto series, whether that's going to be Grand Theft Auto 7 or maybe just an offshoot of some sort of another expansion that they might end up doing, kind of like, I don't know, Vice City or San Andreas, where that wasn't actually officially dubbed a Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5, and even had a number attached to it. So we're only looking at a couple more DLCs, okay? And as we inch towards 2026 and the fact that, you know, May 26th of 2026 is going to be our actual release date of Grand Theft Auto 6, which, by the way, it's a lot of numbers in there that seem a bit evil to me, but beyond the fact, it's going to be a really great game. Why? Because it's been 13 years, or it will be 13 years, since we've seen the last Grand Theft Auto, and the longest time that the community has had to wait between Grand Theft Autos is Grand Theft Auto 4 to Grand Theft Auto 5, which was already delayed, I think, twice, like 2 times, basically, back in the day. We're talking many, many years ago, folks, but it was only a 5-year expansion that we had to wait between Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5. Now players have had to wait 13 years, well, not quite yet, but we're getting there to where we're having to wait that long to see another Grand Theft Auto series. So you know this one is going to be technologically advanced, taking advantage of all of the hardware that the new gen consoles have to offer. Nothing yet released, necessarily confirmed by Rockstar about PC, but we can only assume that PC will be probably a year and a half away after consoles get their initial release date. And the reason for that too is why PC is not going to be getting a release on the actual May 26th release date is for the fact that consoles make Rockstar and just PlayStation in general, they make a lot more money than the PC players do. There's a lot of reluctantness with PC players that go out there and do a lot of piracy and things like that. So a lot of their marketing and money is made through the consoles, just to let you guys know. All right, so with that being said, let's switch gears. So honestly, I would say after our winter DLC, which is not even confirmed yet, but you would probably think that that's not going to be a very big DLC because once again, Grand Theft Auto Online is running into major technical difficulties for many years here in the game, having to managing with hackers, glitches, and just a community of people that necessarily aren't playing the game the way that Rockstar wants them to play the game, with having to do cheats and so on and so forth, if you know what I'm talking about. So basically, you break it down like this. There's only about 2 more DLCs left because, like what I've said before, we're going to be getting regular, normal updates. And of course, there's going to be a big Halloween update, I'm sure, this year. Last year was a record-breaking 5 weeks of Halloween. If you were here for that 5 weeks of Halloween, you would definitely remember it because it lasted longer than the whole month of October. So yeah, we're probably only looking at, honestly, about 2 more DLCs. And what is Rockstar going to plan on doing with Grand Theft Auto 5? Well, they're just going to probably rinse and recycle content throughout the years, just like what they normally do, using their cycling strategy, basically their recycle strategy, where every week and weekly update, and you've noticed this because you've been a Grand Theft Auto player for a while, they rinse and they repeat things like we're getting double cash on a business that came into the game like, what, 8 years ago or something like that? A lot of players don't like that because they were here 8 years ago and they've already played a whole bunch of the business, like the bunker or something like that. Like, who wants to go back and deal with the business that's just super old and you've already kind of been there and done that, and nothing else is really new, which is why a lot of players, even friends of mine, have left Grand Theft Auto, and they said, hey, bud, we'll meet you in Grand Theft Auto 6, because this shit is getting old. And I can agree with them on that point, but just like a rat on a ship, I am going down with this one, and I'll be swimming across to the island of Grand Theft Auto 6, because we will be transitioning all the content here on the channel over to Grand Theft Auto 6, which means most likely they're not going to have any more DLCs, and Grand Theft Auto 5 will just be a thing of the past, and everybody will talking about, hey, do you remember Grand Theft Auto 5? So from there, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are by leaving a comment down in the comment sections below. We really appreciate that. Hitting the like button if you enjoyed this content. Subscribing if you guys are new here to the channel, because we're always welcoming new subscribers to more awesome content. You guys don't want to miss out on anything over here. We do a lot of awesome help guides and tutorials and stuff like that. But mainly, thank you all for watching, supporting the channel. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and I'll see you in the next one. My name's GRAVESIGHT, and I'm out of here, so peace.